What's up YouTube? It's your boy Booty Thrill. In today's video, we're going to be talking about whether or not you should buy the Pioneer DJM-450 mixer. Now, this won't be an overly technical review, but more of a practical one. I think we can all agree that the Pioneer DJM-900 is really the gold standard of DJ mixers. 99% of clubs and venues rock the DJM-900 as their in-house mixer. This video is really going to cover the differences between the 450 and the 900 and which one might be right for you. The 450 is not the 900, but it can still be a great mixer for you depending on your needs. Alright, so starting with the most obvious, the Pioneer DJM-450 only has 2 channels in comparison with the 900's 4 channels. Now the 450 does have both dual line and dual phono inputs, meaning that technically you could have 2 CDJs and 2 turntables hooked up to your 450 at the same time. And now there is a switch where you can flip between phono and line on each channel. However, you can still only use 2 of those devices simultaneously, so that's definitely something to keep in mind if you utilize more than 2 devices. As far as construction goes, the 450 is pretty great quality. It's got the Magville fader, and the sliders and knobs all seem to be on par with the DJM-900. Now let's talk effects. The 450 has 8 effects, compared with the 900's 14 effects. I'm honestly not a big effects guy, but what the 450 does have is enough for me. To me, the rest of the effects are really just nice to haves. Now, let's talk about the #1 reason why the 450 may not be the right mixer for you. The 450 does not have a dedicated booth monitor output. That means that there's no separate output channel for you to control the monitors when you're in the booth, separate from what's going out to the house speakers. Now, is this a big deal? Well, it can be, depending on what you're using your mixer for. If you're playing smaller venues or house parties, you can probably get away with this. But if you are playing bigger venues and using this as your travel mixer, then you're definitely gonna want that booth output. But a good thing to keep in mind is most of the time when you're out playing gigs, the venue is gonna be providing you gear anyway, in which case they'll probably have a 900. Finally, let's talk price. DJM-900 Nexus retails for $2,300. The DJM-450 is about $750, which is a third of the price and something else that you should definitely consider. Let's talk about the top reasons you should buy the DJM-450. #1, it's great for a home or smaller bedroom setup. #2, it's a third of the price. #3, it works great if you only require 2 channels. #4, it has the same great construction that its more expensive counterpart has. Now let's talk about some of the reasons why you should not buy the Pioneer DJM-450 mixer. #1, you require more than 2 channels. #2, you wouldn't buy this mixer if you're really keen on having a wider array of effects. And probably the most important of all, you should not buy this mixer if you really need a dedicated booth output. Now for me, I actually personally opted for the 450, mainly because when I go out and play gigs, the venues typically provide all the equipment, so my mixer rarely leaves my house. I use it mainly to practice and for other studio applications. If I am taking it with me, it's probably for a smaller venue or house party where I can really get away with not having booth monitors. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop me a note in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking and which mixer you might be leaning towards. Again, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button. That's it for today. I will see you guys soon.